What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of GH. This was a hot mess of an episode. Like, this shit was crazy. I am so sick of Link at this point. Like, I am tired of watching him be a creep, sexually harassing all these women and grabbing them. Like, I am not a fan of the way that he would just be grabbing these females' arms and stuff, getting all aggressive with them. I'm like, somebody need to beat his ass and show him, teach him a lesson in manners and how to treat a lady. Cause I'm like, all this grabbing that he doing, all this touching, I'm like, brother, you should have been had your shit peeled back a long time ago. I just be wanting to jump through the TV screen and whoop his creepy ass. Like, he just looks so slimy. Um, and I love how BLQ was protecting all the ladies, all the ladies at the bar that he encountered. I'm glad that BLQ was right around the corner. Like, anytime Link was around a girl, here come BLQ rushing in. I loved every second of it. I loved it how she was being a protector to Jocelyn and Blaze, you know what I'm saying, trying to protect them the best way that she could. I respect that. I think Blaze and Chase did a great job on the stage. They definitely look good. Um, I was so happy and impressed with BLQ because it took a lot of guts for her to do what she did, even though she signed an NDA. I love that she just said fuck the NDA. She couldn't stand idly by and watch him be up on that stage holding Blaze's hand and trying to take credit for her work and all that type of stuff. BLQ said, no, fuck this. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad she went up on that stage and told the whole world, told everybody in that room what type of bastard he is. And I love that Blaze had the courage. See, this is what I was talking about in my last video, where I said when people come forward about their experiences with somebody, it it helps other people who are victimized to come forward. You know what I'm saying? It gives them that courage. You know what I'm saying? So I love that BLQ did that. She told the whole room what he is, and it gave Blaze that courage to come forward and confirm everything that BLQ was saying. You know what I mean? I loved every second of it. But at the end of the day, it took a lot of guts for her to do that. But the problem is, her and Blaze need to watch their back now, because Link is not the type of dude to just slink off quietly into the night and just let this go. He's not going to let this go. He's not going to forget this. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure Blaze is still under a contract with him. So there's going to be hell to pay after this. I'm sure there is. You know what I mean? So hopefully BLQ could rally the troops and rally the Quartermains and use that Quartermain power and money and influence to get out of, this situation with him and help Blaze get out of it. Get out of whatever little shitty contract she got with him. You know what I mean? It's time to put an end to his ass permanently. Like, either putting him in the ground or putting him in prison. They got to come up with something, because he's not going to just walk off into the night and let this go. She publicly humiliated him. For one, she put all his shit out on blast in front of everybody. He's not going to walk away from this quietly. He's not going to go. So they need to come up with a phase 2 at this point. This I consider just to be phase 1, and it was a huge, huge step, what BLQ did. And I commend her for it. You know what I mean? Like, she just said, fuck this. I can't just, even though I got my songs and I signed the NDA, I can't let this continue. You know what I mean? Because he's going to do something, either legally or some other way. He's going to do something to come at them. So hopefully they protect themselves and they're ready for it, because it's going to go down. So anyway, moving on from that, I get where Trina coming from. Why she was pissed off. I was so mad at that scene, because I'm like, damn, y'all just made it official that y'all are a couple and already y'all having problems. But I can't blame Trina for feeling how she feel. You know what I mean? Like, this is the Spencer that she can't stand. The way he was talking to Dex and throwing his little privilege around and all that type of stuff, and being so condescending and so demanding and rude. That's what she don't like about him. You know what I mean? But Trina needs to have a come to Jesus moment. Like, she needs to go sit somewhere and think and contemplate, is this really the relationship she wants to be in? You know what I mean? She gotta figure out what she's willing to put up with Spencer, and what's a deal breaker. She has to. You know what I mean? She has to figure out like what she can and can't, what she will and won't put up with. You know what I mean? I think she needs to figure that out, and she needs to have a conversation with Spencer and put him in check. Because I really feel like him acting the way he was acting towards Dex, that's that other side of Spencer. And sometimes when you love somebody and you want to be with them, sometimes you gotta take the bad with the good. But it depends on that bad. You know what I'm saying? If it's bad, then I say walk away. If it's just mediocre bad, like it's something, that's not horrible. But I get where she's coming from, because when Spencer does act like that, it can be a turnoff. You know what I'm saying? Like that privilege starts shining through. But I don't see Spencer stopping that anytime soon, because that's all he know. He comes from privilege. That's all he knows. That's how he's always been. Like, look at the way he used to treat Cameron. Used to call him a townie and stuff like that. He used to act like people were so beneath him, and he still acts like that. He got a little better, but it's still there. You know what I mean? So I don't know if he's ever going to really die that down or not, because at the end of the day, he's a Cassadine. That's how those Cassadines are. That's how a lot of wealthy people are. They like to throw around their weight, throw around their privilege, throw around their influence, their family's influence, like to throw names around to get you scared and all that, like throw around big names like, oh, this my uncle's Sonny Corinto, so this is, you know what I mean? That's how Spencer is. That's what he does. That's his persona. You know what I mean? Outside of how he is with Trina, that's the persona that he is. You know what I'm saying? That's all he know. So she needs to have that come to Jesus moment and really think on this. Like, is this really what you want? Because I don't see him changing. You know what I mean? I hope they don't break up, but Spencer really is gonna have to tone that shit down though, because not everybody's gonna want to put up with it. And like I said, it's a major turnoff. You know what I'm saying? To have somebody act so ugly. It really is. I couldn't stand Jocelyn with all that screeching though. Oh, I wish you would go back to Europe. Oh, shut up, Jocelyn. Why don't you go to Europe? Like, Jocelyn, you can go. Like, you can go with all that screeching. You could bye-bye. Be gone. So I wonder what Victor wants Spencer to do, because his little henchman sitting there talking about something. Oh, well, the next phase of the next instructions that Victor gonna, give you or whatever, you need to follow the instructions. Like, what are these instructions? Like, I feel like Spencer done bit off way more than he could chew with Mr. Victor, because Victor ain't playing no games with his ass. He already looking at him as the heir apparent now, so he gonna want him to do some dirty work. So I hope Spencer, comes to his senses and backs out of this thing, or if it's all worth it for him. Because if Trina finds out the lengths that he's going to now, she really gonna break up with his ass. She really gonna leave him. You know what I'm saying? That you done jumped in league with your crazy ass uncle. She not gonna fly. That ain't gonna fly with her. It ain't gonna fly with a lot of people, especially Laura. You know what I mean? Like, you're that desperate to get your brother and get rid of Esme that you're willing to throw in with this fool? That, no. Ain't enough to make me shake hands with the devil. Like, it ain't enough. You can't convince me. Ain't nothing you can say to make me shake hands with the devil. Absolutely not. Because you're going to start doing the devil's work. So anyway, moving on from that, I love the little magician thingy that James and Georgie was doing and stuff. I loved it until they made Obrecht disappear and she didn't come back. I said, no, wait a minute. Obrecht ain't come back. I said, what the hell happened to her? Victor. So I do remember Victor saying, oh, somebody's leaving the country or leaving town with me. And I kept wondering who the hell he was talking about. So he was talking about Obrecht this whole time? That man had his people done drugged her or whatever and stuffed her ass in the trunk. I'm like, oh my goodness. That man is obsessed with Obrecht, so I'm kind of not surprised too much about it. Hopefully Obrecht can get herself out of this, or Scott or somebody can ride to the rescue at the very least, like do something, because Victor done lost his damn mind. Victor is another one that can go, because that man ain't nothing but a demon. Like, to sit there and point a gun and threaten to kill your own child, like, you got to be crazy. Like, at the end of the day, with a family like the Cassadines, you really don't need enemies. Like, you really don't, because that family is your own enemy. Like, if you're a part of that family and you looking for enemies, you ain't got to look no further. Like, these people poison each other, shoot each other, stab each other, throw each other off of parapets and shit. I'm like, listen, I couldn't be in no household with them, because I would literally have to keep my back up against the wall around them bitches. Because you even turn your back the slightest against them, they will stab you right the fuck in it. Absolutely not. I felt bad for Valentine. I said, damn, this your daddy? Like, first you got a crazy ass mama and you got a crazy ass daddy? Oh, hell no. Mm-mm. That's too much crazy for one family. Don't get me started on Stavros. That was the craziest of the crazy. It wasn't no talking to that fool. Um, like Victor sitting here threatening to snap Anna neck. I said, bitch, you better not touch Anna. You better not touch her. You better make sure your little punk ass men don't put their hands on her. Like, you ain't snapping nothing but some peas around here. You ain't snapping no neck. Better go sit down. Um, and then had the nerve to pull his gun out and shoot Anna in the chest. I said, oh, fuck that. I really hope she was wearing some type of vest under there or something. Because I said, we not going to have this. You shot Anna? I hope that was some blanks or something. Like, come on now. Because he should know by now. You shoot Anna, you do anything to Anna, Valentine going to get your ass. All of this over some damn necklace. Like, come on now. Like, him and this ice princess nonsense and controlling the world and all that. I'm like, dude, you can't even control your little sex life. How you gonna control the world? Like, sit down somewhere. I'm glad Lucy. I'm glad, but I'm mad in a way that Lucy got away because Lucy was the dummy that brought him there. Like, she was the one. If she would have stayed her ass where she was supposed to, he wouldn't have found out where they were. Now she get to go. They gonna sit there and tell her, "Oh, Lucy, go." No, fuck that. I would have made Lucy stay. Shit, if we gonna sit here and get shot, she gonna get shot too. Fuck all that. Like, she the reason he here. The hell with all that. She wouldn't have got him, no. She would have had to stay and get hers. I'm just saying. I love me some Lucy, but no, you shouldn't have brought him. So anyway, moving on from that, another person who ain't shit, Gladys. Gladys ain't shit. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't really care for Cody like that, but what she doing is so trifling. Like, gonna sit here and set that man up, try to poison Sasha against him, and gonna plant her jewelry on him to make it look like he stole from her. Like, you got to be a special type of devil to do some shit like that, or because you don't want nothing found out about you. You know what I mean? Because she know Cody was getting ready to tell Sasha everything. She know it. So, of course, she had to pull a last little stunt just to, get him out of the way or whatever and cover up her mess. But the way Sam was looking and talking, because she was trying to figure out why Gladys would lie and say, oh, Dante was looking for Cody when he really wasn't. And Sam was trying to figure out, like, why would she do that? See, once Sam's spidey senses start tingling, you don't want that. So I figure once this all come out and it's made to look like he stole or something, I feel like Sam's going to start to question that. And Sam might look into it her damn self. And I hope she do, because I feel like they do need to give Sam something to do. Other than being Dante little arm candy and being here for some scenes here and there, where she only get a line or two. I want to see Sam back in the thick of some action. You know what I'm saying? Not just sitting over here like Mrs. Doubtfire. You know what I'm saying? Put her ass in a storyline. That's what she need to be. Stop all this foolishness. I like that singer though. What's her name? I think her name was Danielle Ponder. I loved her performance. I also loved her story, about how she chased her dream. Like, she gave up a lucrative law career to be a musician. I respect that because not too many people have the guts or the bravery to walk away from a lucrative job, like a steady paycheck, to go follow their dreams. You know what I'm saying? Where you may not know how you're going to pay your bills. You may not know when your next meal is going to come, when your next check is going to come. You know what I'm saying? It takes a certain level of bravery to do that. But I'm noticing many more people are doing that, and I applaud it. You know what I'm saying? I think she has a beautiful voice, and I applaud her. I applaud anybody for stepping out there and going after their dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you got people, you tell people your dreams and what you want to do, they sit there and laugh at you. Be like, nah, you crazy. You better stay with that 9 to 5 that's paying your bills every month. What's crazy to some people is not crazy to you because you can see the vision, and only you are meant to see the vision. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go out there, step out on faith, and prove them wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have a passion for something, the passion turns into money at some point. You know what I'm saying? It definitely turns into money at some point, and it's a beautiful thing. So anybody out there that does have a passion for something that you really want to do and you want to turn it into a career, I say go for it. You know what I'm saying? Knock yourself out, go for it. You know what I mean? Like, you only get one life to live. Might as well live the shit out of it by doing everything that you want to do. So Anyway, I thought it was beautiful too that Sonny wanted to donate. He wanted to up his donation so that way they could create a nursing program or something like that, a nursing scholarship, um, in honor of Stone. Well, in Stone's name and in honor of Epiphany. I thought that was a beautiful thing. I really did. You know what I'm saying? Because people can say whatever they want about Sonny, but I will say he does use his money for good. You know what I'm saying? Like he definitely does. You know, the donations that he makes, they be in the millions. You know what I'm saying? So that's a beautiful thing. Um, I understand why Bobby is not feeling Sonny right now, but I'm glad that she even gave him his props for doing that. Cause she was like, you know, you got your moments and stuff like that, even though she's still upset with him about the Carly situation. But I'm like, listen, you could be upset with him about the Carly situation. Yeah, Sonny, he didn't handle that well, but Carly got her mess too. You know, I get tired of Bobby always defending her. I get that that's her child and whatnot, but she also need to tell her damn child when she wrong. Problem is, Bobby don't do that often, if ever. Um, like, I'm just saying, like, you know, when you don't tell your child that they wrong about stuff when you know they wrong, you kind of enabling the bullshit that they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, you know, put that out there too. Like, you know, when they right, when they wrong, you gotta let them know. You know, you gotta be honest with them. Honestly, too, I love the little flashbacks that they had of past nurses' balls and all that stuff when they did the acts and whatever that Felicia was doing. She dressed up as a clown. I love that stuff. You know what I mean? Like I love when they give like little flashbacks and whatnot. And I definitely agree. Maxie is definitely doing a pretty good job running the ball. Um, I don't know why Jordan's sitting there talking about, oh, her and Mac, you know, they all need to talk to Victor or whatever. Ain't no point in talking to Victor. He not gonna tell y'all nothing. You ain't gonna get shit out of Victor. He's not gonna tell you that. He's gonna be very coy about everything. Um, so anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Peace.